Storytelling time. Storytelling time. Na 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 na. Woo! Storytelling time. Greetings and welcome to the 21st annual Danville Storytelling Festival, as we continue our mission to bring stories through songs, dance, poetry, and spoken words. We are delighted to feature some of the best storytellers in the region. For more information about our storytellers, the times and date of their session, please visit our website at www.danvillestorytelling.com. And now, lend us your ears, for it's storytelling time. And now, the very first story can be told. Listen. Listen. Early one morning, the farmer went out to check on his corn. And when he got there, he saw that all of his corn had been eaten up. And at the very edge of the field was a turtle with a big smile on his face. Well, the farmer ran back to the village and he said, come see what has been done to our corn. And they all went out to the field, and sure enough, all of that corn had been eaten up. Well, they got that old turtle. They took him back to the village. And they said, what shall we do? What shall we do? And they thought. I know, said one, let's make some turtle soup. Yeah, they all agree, let's make some turtle soup. Well, somebody started a big fire under the black pot. Somebody went and got some water, brought it back and poured that water into that pot. That fire just a-blazing, that water just a-boiling, got ready to pick up old turtle. The old turtle looked at that fire. He looked at that boiling water. He looked at all of those people looking around him, and he knew he had to think quick. So he said, oh, no. This is too good for me. For what I've done to your corn, I deserve worse than this. But please, no matter what you do, don't take me down yonder and throw me in the river, because y'all know I ain't gonna survive. Oh, they thought. He ain't afraid of going in this boiling water. What shall we do? What shall we do? And they thought. I know, said one, let's take the turtle out into the desert and leave him there. Oh, they all thought that was a great idea. So they got old turtle and they started out to the desert. Chink-a-ding, ding, chink-a-ding, 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 chink-a-ding. When they got there, that sun was hot. Everybody was sweating. Got ready to leave old turtle. Old turtle looked at that hot sand. He looked at that sun. He looked at all of those people around, and he knew he had to think real quick. So he said, oh, no. This is too good for me. For what I've done to your corn, I deserve worse than this. But please, no matter what y'all do, don't take me down to that river and throw me in, because I ain't gonna survive. Whoa, they thought. He ain't afraid of being left in this hot sun. What shall we do? What shall we do? And they thought. I know, said one, let's take the turtle down to the river and throw him in. Oh, they thought that was a good idea. They got old turtle and they started down to the river just a chanting. Turtle to the river, turtle to the river, turtle to the river, turtle to the river. And when that turtle saw that river getting close, he started begging, please don't put me in that river, y'all. Please don't put me in that river, y'all. I ain't gonna survive. I ain't gonna survive. Please don't put me in that river, y'all. Please don't put me in that river, y'all. And when they got close to the river, they took old turtle and they lift him up. And they lift him up. And they lift him up. And then they threw old turtle down into the river. And he sank right down to the very bottom. Well, they looked at each other and they smiled and started giving each other pats on the back. And one of them said, I bet you no other turtles will dare come and eat our corn after they find out that we throw turtles in the river. And then they heard the water go, blue, blue, blue. Turtle head popped up. Water went blue, 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 blue. His neck came up. Water went blue, 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 blue. And pretty soon his whole body was sitting on top of the water. And with a big smile on his face, he said, thank y'all, and swam away, because he was a very clever old turtle. It feels like my world has come to a complete standstill. COVID-19. Our stores are closed. Our schools are online. We can't dine in anymore. Toilet paper and meat are in demand. We are working from home or not working. In my mind, in my spirit, it feels as if I'm clustered inside a bubble, seeing the world as I used to know it on the other side, yearning to be where I see normality, running in a dream state, running, trying to get to the other side. Is this reality really real? I'm a person who loves to mingle and talk with other people. Now, we have to keep social distance. I'm a hugger. I miss giving hugs. I miss giving hugs. While even my Sunday mornings have changed. I used to get ready for church, happy, ready to worship, sing, and shout, amen. Now, I get up, watch CBS Sunday morning, and cut my grass. I can't go to Golden Corral after church and stuff myself. They only do takeout. It's difficult, frustrating, frightening, uncertain, life-changing. In my mind, in my spirits, I'm trying to outrun this darkness that's chasing me. I'm running, 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 running. Story, The Magic Tree, about two brothers born as twins but grew quite different. Laumba and Mafunga. Lauma grew to be big and strong. Mafunga did not. Much love and fruit was given to Laumba, none to Mafunga. Mafunga wanted the love that Laumba was given. He thought, since no one loved me, I will run away. And so, when nightfall came, while the others were sleeping, Mafunga decided to run away. He got in his canoe and he traveled down the river. And he came to a point in the river where there was a big tree blocking his way. The tree was so big he could not go around it. And so he edged his canoe up to the tree and he began to pull on the limbs and the branches, hoping to move the tree. Well, leaves fell from the branches and hit the water. And when they hit the water, the leaves turned into people. One of those people was the princess. She said, I would like to thank him for freeing my people. And she thought, I could marry him, but I am a princess and he is so ugly. Well, she touched a charm on her neck and she closed her eyes and she wished upon Mafunga. And Mafunga became big and strong and beautiful. She smiled and she said, I could marry him, but I am a princess and he is in rags. And so once again she touched the charm on her neck, closed her eyes, and thought upon Mafunga. And Mafunga became replenished in beautiful robes. Well, all of the people gathered around Mafunga, smiling and laughing and saying to him, thank you, Mafunga. Thank you, Mafunga. They all went to the shore of the river and they built a village. There was much laughter in the village, much drumming and smells from the cooking pots, and people always crying out, I love you, Mafunga, I love you, Mafunga. And after a while, you could hear the voices of little ones saying, Daddy, I love you, Daddy, I love you. Finally, Mafunga was truly loved. But there were times that Mafunga would stand on the edge and look up the river, and the princess knew that he was missing his home. She said to him, Mafunga, you must go back to your home. But Mafunga, she said, you must never ever tell anyone about the magic tree, for if you do, Mafunga, all of this will be lost. And so the villagers gathered fruit and jewels and they loaded into the canoe. Mafunga was dressed in his finest robes. The people did not want to see him go, but the princess knew that he must go back. Mafunga got into his canoe and he canoed and paddled up the river to his village. And as he approached the village, the people on the side saw him coming and said, "Who is that? Who is that?" And they watched as he paddled to Mafunga's mother's house. Is that Mafunga? Could that be Mafunga? His mother and his brother looked at him. His mother said to him, "Mafunga, you never told us why you ran away. Mafunga, you never told us how you came upon these riches." Mafunga wanted to impress his mother, opened his mouth and says, "I," went the shutters on the windows. Mafunga wanted to impress his mother, opened his mouth and said, "I," ooh, the doors began to clatter. And Mafunga heard the voice of the princess. "Mafunga, you must never ever tell anyone about the magic tree, for if you do, all will be lost." Mafunga did not tell. That night, his brother approached him and said, "Mafunga, how did you come upon all these riches?" Mafunga looked at his brother. He was the one that grew big and strong. He was the one that got all of the fruit. He was the one that got all of the love. Mafunga wanted to impress him. He said, "I ran away from home because there was no love here for me. I canoed down the river. I came upon a tree. The tree was so wide I could not get around it. I pulled on the branches. Leaves fell from the branches, hit the water, turned into people. One of those people was the princess. She made me big. She made me strong. She made me beautiful. And they all gave me their love." And then Mafunga heard voices racing down the river. "Don't, Mafunga, please, Mafunga, don't, Mafunga, don't. Don't, Mafunga, please, Mafunga, don't, Mafunga, no. If you tell anyone about the magic tree, all will be lost. Please, Mafunga, don't, Mafunga, no, Mafunga, don't." Mafunga, realizing what he had done, ran out, got in his canoe, and started canoeing down the river as the voices pulled him. "Please, Mafunga, don't, Mafunga, no, Mafunga, don't. Please, Mafunga, don't, Mafunga, don't, Mafunga, don't. We love you, Mafunga. We love you, Mafunga. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. We love you, Mafunga. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it." And as Mafunga round the curve of the bend, there before his eyes he saw nothing. And as his canoe made its way to the shore, he stepped out into this vast emptiness. And as he fell to his knees, he heard the voice of the princess say, "Mafunga, why didn't you know we love you?" I've got some stories to tell y'all. I've got some stories to tell y'all. I've got some stories to tell y'all.